huge on this whole EVP thing, and I swear to you that I am genuine when I ask this question. But to let everybody know, Tony Khan has taken power.
Right now, my dog's barking.
Yeah, I know, right? Tony Khan has taken power away from the EVPs of AEW, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Cody Rhodes. Um, they are now EVP in name only. The thing is, and this has probably been a couple of months that it's been running where Tony had full control, and you can see there's been a change in how the hiring process is and everything that Tony's been doing. Like he's in control of creative and hiring. But out of everybody, it seems like this affects Cody Rhodes the most because even though all of them lost the EVP power, Kenny is still in charge of the gaming development and everything that is going on with that. And one of the Young Bucks is still helping out with merchandising. I can't remember what the other Young Buck is doing, but the only person that seemed like they're out of the elite, honestly, is Cody Rhodes. And my first question when I heard this was, is this a work? With everything that has been going on with Cody Rhodes, with Malachi Black, with him, Arn Anderson saying that he'll put a clock to a person's face, and and Cody would never. Like I think,
talk about that.
It just seems like thing after thing is happening, and there's a domino effect of things happening to Cody Rhodes that is pushing that limit of him saying that he will never go heel, because that was a statement that he made, but it seemed like he's losing his power and all of that. And so my first question is that a work?
It could be a work. It could be his way of turning himself into the true American Nightmare. If you think about it that way. I feel that them not really taking away the control, but it would work for them because, yeah, Kenny still has the video game thing, the video game production, but again, Kenny loves video game, so it makes sense to keep him on there to make sure that his video game is on point and isn't glitchy like the other WWE game that everybody hated.
Yeah.
With the Young Bucks thing with merch, I agree with that because the Young Bucks would sell merch up the motherfucker when they were on the Indies. Like they would just come, they wouldn't even come with their gear. They would come with like 2 or 3 suitcases just full of shirts and other type of merchandise, and people were just buying them up like left and right, where to the point where they would come home just from the hotel and they would just stack all their bread just on the bed and just like, yeah, we made this all from merch. We didn't even take that much from the show because we're actually going to be making their merch.
Okay. So what you're saying is that it could be a work, but them still having their hands on stuff makes sense because this is what they literally do.
Yes. And then also with Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes has his own TV show.
Couple of them.
Yeah.
He's on what other show?
He's on the Big Show, like the Go Big Show or whatever it's called, and then he got his reality show.
Yep. So with all that, you
don't have the time.
Yeah, you want to make sure that if he doesn't have the time, if you can't put 100% in to it,
you don't need to be doing it.
Yeah.
See,
so it works. So it's like Tony's probably like, all right, you're not here as much. Let me find somebody who is. Like you still have like your ownership power. He's still an owner.
Oh yeah,
creator or whatever.
See,
so he has that bad.
But see, I've been since it first started, since like AEW first started, and I started watching Dynamite. I've been I've been conspiracy theorists. Like Chris will tell you, than conspiracy theories about the whole elite and the fact that Cody will be separating himself from it, and they are the actual heel. Like, I've been in all of that, right? My whole thought of this is that I've been noticing little small things that been going on with Cody for a minute, right? And one of the things that I noticed is that his real life has been kind of like influencing stuff that has been going on, where it's like before this whole coronavirus thing, you know, they had Brandy actually taking a step back from being on the show and all of this. And my first thought was like, oh, are they gonna do like a whole little marriage issue type thing? Because she stopped being around him, hanging around him. There was stuff it was little things like nuanced stuff that's been going on with Cody, where, you know, Act One has passed, and now he lost the championship. Uh, he lost
He
his ability
to go against to ever win a world championship.
Right. So I saw that happen, and then all of a sudden, Brandy is trying to do this whole Nightmare Factory thing, and then all of a sudden, she's going to take a step away. She's not going to be working with Cody, right? She's going to be in the background, and he's going to be in the front ground. And then she had her little kind of small attitude when she had to be a ring announcer. Like, it was a whole bunch of stuff that was going on right before right around the time of the coronavirus that made me like, oh snap, this is what's going on. And I had a feeling that something is going to be like in what looks like the real world that is going to intertwine with kayfabe. And when I saw this, my conspiracy theory mind was like, this is it. This is it. This is it. Right. And even that with I even got to the point where even Shane O'Mac was like, oh, this is really happening. I wonder if this is going to be a whole nother free agency type, him jumping in and like, oh man, I went into it. But yeah, I wanted to get y'all opinion to see if I was actually going crazy, which it sounds like I am. But I wanted to know, you know, did y'all think that it was a work? Like, do y'all think this is act 2 of the hero's journey where everything that could go wrong is going wrong?
I mean,
So, yeah.
Going tonight.
Yeah.
Do y'all even care?
I see where you're coming from. It's just
as well. Sorry, I'm trying to find something as well. That's why I'm
yeah. I mean, I just think, you know, I think they all just trying to do their own separate things. Right. Like, maybe not just because I know they wanted like Tony to like be like, you know, the end all be all creative decisions and whatnot, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
sure,
it is what it is.
They even said that what did they say? Oh, now the fans are booing because Cody is going Hollywood. Like, that is the new thing. Like, like, no, we booing because we actually like Malachi Black and you part-time right now. Like, like, but for them to put out a news article about that being, I'm like, man, are they trying to get this over as him being tested into going into the darkness, or is it the hero's journey where everything could go wrong, is going wrong, and he's about to make his rise like a phoenix?